As in the continuation of the last lecture regarding stages and cascades, we are now discussing about the counter current cascade of ideal stages. So let us consider three ideal stages 1, 2 and 3. The solvent stream enters the cascade by the first stage, pure or can have a certain concentration of solute, and it is represented by the X naught. The gas is entering from the third stage and is having concentration Y4 at the entrance, and at the exit is having some Y1. So the operating line is defined by point of composition of gas and liquid phases at the same level of process. So point on the operating lines are number 1 X0 Y1, X1 Y2, X2 Y3 and X3 Y4. So because the states are ideal, the equilibrium is reached in each of them. This means that the gas and liquid phase going out from the stage are at equilibrium, thus lies on the equilibrium line. So we can say here Y1 and X1 is in equilibrium, Y2 and X2 is in equilibrium, Y3 and X3 are in equilibrium. Mass balance. So local partial mass balance for the envelope 1 enclosed by this dotted area, and the partial for the solute. So G y J plus 1 plus L x naught equal to G y1 plus L x j. So considering that the J is the number of stages, so the equilibrium equation y equal to mx, dividing by this equation with G, so the operating line becomes L upon G xj plus minus L upon G x naught plus y1. So the slope of operating line will be the L upon G. So one will be the n plus 1, as well as the initial solvent composition is the x naught. When the final gas composition Y1 is known, because it is restricted to the less than a certain minimum value. So you can see X1, X0 and Y1 is plotted here. As the slope of operating line is L upon G, then y equal to mx plus c. This line will be drawn from the x1 y1 with the slope of L upon G. So the graphical resolution consists on a step-by-step construction. So you can see from x1, x0, y1 there is a initial condition. Then draw a horizontal line from y1, and where it cut to the equilibrium curve, then draw the vertical line. So this point will show you the equilibrium concentration in liquid with the equilibrium with y1. So you can see in this figure also, so this is outgoing component is x1 and here y1. So the y1 and x1 are in equilibrium. So with respect to the y1, the equilibrium value of x1 can be obtained from here. x1 will cut this operating line, then we will find out the concentration of y2, which is the incoming to the system, or the outgoing for the stage 2. So again this outgoing of the stage 2 is equal to the out. So again draw the horizontal line, and we will obtain x2, similarly x3, similarly x4, and when you cross this particular line, then you will be obtained 1, 2, 3, 4 stages in this. So a sequential resolution is also possible without the graphical representation, alternating the use of the operating line equation and the equilibrium equation. So introducing the absorption factor is the mass balance equation before yj plus 1 equal to L upon G xj plus minus L upon G x naught plus y1 equal to A yj plus y1 minus ya naught star. So compare the equation with the general difference partial equation, we get gamma equal to A and delta equal to y1 minus a y naught star. By applying this general solution, we will get yj equal to y naught star minus ya minus ya y naught star upon 1 minus a multiplied by aj and y1 minus a y naught star upon 1 minus a when a is not equal to 1. So for the n stages, yn plus 1 can be obtained as y naught star minus y1 minus ya y naught star upon 1 minus a multiplied by a to the power n plus 1 plus y1 minus a y naught star upon 1 minus a, and simplifying this we will obtain this equation for the concentration at nth stage. Absorption can now be calculated by substituting the value of yn plus 1. So we know that alpha equal to yn plus 1 minus y1, yn plus 1 minus y naught star, that equal to 1 minus a minus 1 upon a to the power n plus 1 minus 1. So this is the Kreymer equation for the countercurrent cascade. And solving for the n, the number of stages can be calculated by simply n equal to ln 1 minus alpha upon a upon 1 minus alpha upon ln a. Where a equal to 1, the Kreymer equation cannot be used. The fraction of absorption is then calculated as simply 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus a. For the cross current cascade of ideal stages, considering a 3 ideal stages 1, 2 and 3, where the gas stream is entering in the stage 1 with a composition y naught, and the liquid stream is entering individual 1, 2 and 3 with the composition x naught and the flow rate L. So the every stage receives the same amount of L by 3 is okay. Then the equilibrium between phases can be represented in XY diagram for a given temperature and pressure as y equal to mx is the equilibrium line. Then inlet composition of the two phases can be represented in the diagram. So here y naught and x naught. So this is y naught and the x naught. The content of solute in the gas is now lower than the entrance. Y1 is less than y naught, means this composition of the gas will reduce from here to here and the composition of liquid will increase from here to here. So the solvent will increase. So the x1 is greater than x naught and y1 is greater than y naught. Because this is an ideal equilibrium stages, so the x1 and y1 are in the equilibrium. You simply draw the slope of line minus L upon 3g. So this line will give you the equilibrium value at x1 and y1. So the x1 and y1 both are in equilibrium condition, and the equation of the line operator line will be this: y equal to y naught plus L by 3g x naught minus L by 3g into x. So in terms of absorption factor, y1 equal to y naught plus a by 3 y naught star upon 1 plus a upon 3. So remember that if you increase these stages as 5, then in that case this 3 will replace by 5, and similar here this 3 will replace by 5 and here and here. So remember that all the flow rate will equally divide into the all stages. So the modification in the slope will be the L minus L upon 3g. So now we have a second stage where we can carry out the new point in the diagram. So you can see here the composition of liquid is already x naught, but the composition of y is at the inlet of second stage is the y1 and exit at the y2. Similarly, liquid is exit at y2. So again, the x2 and y2 will be on equilibrium, will be at equilibrium. So remember that this is the position for the initial. The outlet of the second stage again equilibrium with the gas flow is approximately constant and the solvent gas flow is constant. Again, the assumption is that the G is constant for here also. So in that case, the slope of the equilibrium line is here is again L by 3 upon. So because of the equilibrium is again reached, we easily draw the new operating line. So that line having the same equation as previous, and the concentration in terms of A y2 equal to y1 plus A by 3 y naught star upon 1 plus A by 3. So this is for second stage. Further, so the derivation of the outlet composition of the gas in the second stage. So taking the material balance G y1 plus Lx naught equal to G y2 plus Lx2. The equilibrium equation y equal to mx dividing by G and x2 in terms of y2 upon m. So this x2 is replaced by y2 upon m. So this is the absorption factor. So in terms of absorption factor, the equation of line will be this one, and multiplying and dividing in by m. So the concentration of the second stage will be the y2 equal to y naught plus a y naught star upon 1 plus a. So we can obtain the next stage gas composition by analogy. In the case of cross current flow, we always find y naught star in the numerator because the inlet solvent composition always is x naught. So for the third stage, we have set new point in the diagram. So we arrive now to the last stage and we have proceed exactly in the same way. So here from here. So sometimes the solvent flows are chosen to be different in each stage. In that case, the driving force in each section will be the different. So in that case, in stage 1, slope will be L1 upon G. In stage 2, slope will be minus L2 upon G. In the stage 3, minus L3 upon G. And in principle, solvent flow rate will increase, and thus the absolute value of slope will also increase. So this much for this, for this much for this, for this. You can see the slope of every line is changing. So for the cross current cascade, considering for last stage is yn, so yi equal to yi minus 1 plus a upon n into y naught star upon 1 plus an. The sequential resolution of the equations allow us to find out the last composition. So we know the 1, we know the 2, we know the 3 for y. So yn we can write yn minus 1 plus a upon n y naught star upon 1 plus a upon n. So you can see here this y1 will use here and this y2 will use here and this y long. In those cases, a mathematical solution can be used. So for that, in the general equation, we know that y equal to yi minus 1 plus a upon y naught star upon 1 plus a upon n. We arrange these terms in different way. So we can write it yi equal to the 1 upon 1 plus a upon n into multiply by the yi minus 1, and similar a upon n upon 1 plus a upon n into y naught star. So this equation in the first order difference equation. So if you write in that for general form, so yi equal to gamma yi minus 1 plus delta. So the solution has the following form: yi equal to y naught gamma I plus delta 1 minus gamma I upon 1 minus gamma. So putting this value as delta equal to this much and gamma is equal to this much, the yi will be the value. So y is the general solution. So at the last stage, the yn will be calculated by using this formula. And applying the definition of fractional absorption, so you can see y naught minus yn upon y naught minus y naught star, that can be written as 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus a upon the power small n. So now the comparison between the co-current, cross-current and counter-current cascades. So in order to compare the three cascades, so absorption is defined as y naught minus y1 upon y naught minus y naught star, and it represents the amount of solid absorbed divided by the maximum amount of solid that can be absorbed, which is given by the equilibrium. The fraction of absorption represents therefore the extension of the absorption process. So this fraction of absorption increases when the number of stages increases, when an infinite number of stages used for the fraction of absorption is maximum. So maximum alpha equal to maximum alpha n tends to infinity. This value of when the number of stages tends to infinity will be used to compare the different configurations. So co-current cascade, we know that. For that we know the definition of alpha is this much, and if n tends to infinity, so the plot for 1 minus for n. Cross current cascade, similarly the plot for the alpha will be like this, 1 minus e to the power minus a. In case of counter current cascade, the alpha is defined here as an alpha n tends to infinity, then it becomes 1. So in that case, the alpha will define or follow this path 1 minus a minus 1 upon a to the power n plus 1 minus 1. So the comparison between all these, so the graphical representation, this is for counter current, this is for cross current, this is for co-current. So it is clear from this figure, when we increase the number of stages in case of co-current, there will be the value of alpha will be constant for each stages, or the same separation will be obtained in each cases. Whereas for the cross current, when we increase the number of stages, the value of alpha will increases, and after some time it becomes constant. Similarly, for the counter current system, the absorption factor is always bigger than the cross current as well as the co-current, and as we increase the number of stages, initially the value of alpha will increase, and after that it becomes constant. This is the basic difference in the co-current, cross current and counter current cascade. Thank you. We will